Life doesn't always hurt us in obvious ways. Sometimes the pain comes quietly, not from what we lose, but from what we keep holding on to. This is the story of someone who believed that holding on was the same thing as being strong. His name was Daniel. Daniel wasn't someone who gave up easily. In fact, he was proud of that. He believed that commitment mattered, that patience was a virtue, that walking away was something weak people did. So when something in his life started to feel heavy, his first instinct wasn't to let go. It was to hold on tighter. From the outside, Daniel's life looked normal. He worked hard. He showed up. He kept his promises. But inside, something didn't feel right. There were relationships that no longer felt mutual. Dreams that stopped growing but still demanded his energy. Situations that drained him, yet he stayed. He told himself the same things again and again. This will get better. People change. I just need to try harder. And for a while, that belief gave him comfort. But slowly, the cost began to show. He felt tired more often, not physically, emotionally. Small things frustrated him. Moments that should have felt peaceful didn't. And deep down, there was a quiet question he refused to face. Daniel didn't think he was doing anything wrong. After all, he was loyal. He was patient. He was consistent. Those were good qualities, weren't they? But there was something he hadn't noticed yet. Every time he held on to something that no longer chose him back, he was slowly choosing against himself. One evening, after a long day, Daniel sat alone in his car. The engine was off. The street was quiet. And for the first time in a long time, he didn't distract himself. No phone, no music, just silence. And in that silence, a thought surfaced. What if the problem isn't that I'm holding on, but that I'm holding on to the wrong things? That thought scared him, because letting go wasn't just about losing something. It meant admitting that his effort hadn't been enough, that his patience hadn't changed the outcome, that his loyalty hadn't been returned, and that was painful. Days passed, but the thought didn't leave him. Daniel started paying attention. He noticed how certain conversations left him feeling smaller, how certain situations demanded more and more, but gave nothing back, how holding on had become a habit, not a choice. One afternoon, he met an older man at a small cafe. They didn't know each other well, just familiar faces over time. They talked casually. And at some point, Daniel said something honest without planning to. I don't know why I feel so tired all the time. The man listened quietly. Then he said something simple. Some tiredness doesn't come from doing too much. It comes from holding on to what's already over. Daniel didn't reply, because something inside him understood. That night, Daniel went home and sat alone. He thought about all the things he was holding on to. not because they were good for him, but because he was afraid of what letting go would say about him. He realized something important. Holding on had become a way to avoid change, a way to avoid grief, a way to avoid starting again. And suddenly, the pain made sense. Holding on wasn't hurting him because he was weak. It was hurting him because he had outgrown what he refused to release. Letting go didn't happen all at once. There was no dramatic moment, no big decision. It happened quietly. Daniel stopped explaining himself to people who didn't listen. He stopped waiting for effort that never came. He stopped carrying responsibility that wasn't his. At first, it felt uncomfortable. Letting go always does. But slowly, something changed. He felt lighter, calmer, more present. Not because life suddenly became easy, but because he stopped fighting himself. Daniel learned a lesson that most people learn too late. Holding on isn't always love. Sometimes it's fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of starting over. Fear of admitting that something no longer fits. Letting go doesn't erase the past. It honors it. It says, "This mattered, but it doesn't define me anymore." If you're listening to this and feel exhausted in ways you can't explain, ask yourself something gently. What am I holding on to that keeps hurting me? You don't have to let go of everything, just what no longer allows you to grow. Because peace doesn't come from holding on forever. It comes from knowing when it's time to release. And sometimes the strongest thing you can do is choose yourself. If this story spoke to you, take a moment to like the video so this message can reach someone else who may need it. Share it with someone who's been carrying too much for too long. And in the comments, tell me, what is something you're learning to let go of? You're not weak for releasing what hurts you. You're brave for choosing peace.